Alright, here we are in Iran again. We gotta destroy some enemy bunkers. And there are some landmines. I don't remember exactly where the landmines are, to be honest. But we release at 800, which will be on this kind of top right area. Let's see, right there. And then extraction is at 0002, which is going to be, you know, just near the top left. There's an enemy base here and here where we start, and at the ending. And there's also an enemy base, one of these are, yeah, this bottom left one. We gotta destroy this target here. So we're gonna come down, come around here. There's a howitzer shooting up from down here that we're gonna have to avoid. Then we'll have to come down and get some gas, come up here, get some items, come back around, destroy this target while we're evading those tanks, come up here, get some more items. And these tanks up here, at least near extraction, they're kind of passive, so they won't be that big of a deal. So here we go. So yeah, these tanks, you just kind of avoid them, get the items real quick, is what my plan was, and then I'll go down, zoom past them, and get through that tunnel. Oh yeah, there's two howitzers, you know, shooting into that tunnel. So it makes it kind of tricky, because you have to kind of time it to when, you know what I mean, I stop right there, and then I zoom down to get to that opening. This tank decided to follow me, but I was ready for him. Then I'm going to have to shoot them both. I don't think I hit him on that first volley. I don't know how. I must have shot right between them. There's one down. I could technically stick on the left side and hit him, but I'm saving that gas. Which thankfully, there's a good amount of gas in it. And then I can go up and get those items real quick while the tanks are away. Because if the tanks aren't away when you're trying to get out of this kind of tunnel thing, the enemies will be waiting, and then it'll be challenging to get out. Like, there's one right there waiting for me. Thankfully, he kind of left, so like he let me out. Thankfully, and then I got some lucky shots on him. This so lucky. And there's some more gas over there, so we're gonna have to see if I kind of take my time. You know, they'll kind of come to the right, but I can't take too much time because you can kind of use the gas to kind of persuade where they go and get them to go a certain way, because they won't go through the gas pod. So there we go. We can go get the gas, and then we can book it out of here. Just gotta avoid these guys. And we definitely want that tow missile. And this is pretty easy when you get to this point, because for whatever reason they made both of these tanks are pretty passive, so they don't really pursue you much. The passive tanks, you know, they're not a big deal. It's when they get aggressive where they'll come and like run into you. That's when they're annoying. One thing you can kind of do here is you can kind of camp behind the gas, because the bullets won't go through the gas and they won't drive through it either. So it kind of gives you a good, kind of like a shield. So now we got that. So now we're out of gas and I'm ready for extraction. And there's that mission. Yep, so we're still a sergeant, and we're working our way up. Oh, you know what? I really like this mission. This mission is pretty cool. So you start on the bottom left, and extraction is kind of in this cubby on the right. There's a gunner station here in the middle. Or no, there's a prize item. I guess there's a gunner station right there. But basically there's gas laid out, but this mission is pretty quick. You kind of have to come up here and you pick a direction, you know what I mean? there's strategic targets. You know, there's items to pick up. But if you kind of have to go through, because otherwise you'll run out of gas. But there's kind of like each path has a you know, some good way for you to get points. And there's no enemy tanks, which is probably why I like this mission, because enemy tanks are annoying. But so you can kind of just blow through this mission. So I kind of went to the bottom right. Oh, I forgot there was that gas there too. But it's not really a big deal because you just can't shoot the strategic targets. So I decided to go on this top left one first. So I go ahead and take my time and I can destroy this howitzer. I guess I think I was wondering why I couldn't shoot, and I forgot that my gas mask was on. I was like, why can't I shoot? I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Silly me. I don't know how many times I died in this gas because I forgot to turn my gas mask back on. So I guess on this time on one, I decided to go top left, top right, and then bottom right. I'm not sure why I did that. I feel like the bottom right one is the hardest. You'd think you would do that one first, but... And you definitely want to come down here for this tow missile. These tow missiles are nice. You don't have a lot of gas. You kind of see I'm like kind of slim on gas, so I'm kind of going in overdrive on my way to make sure I have enough gas. Luckily, I got a lot of gas there. So you kind of have to dodge all these turrets and come in zooming through. I kind of could shoot some bullets up there and then shoot my tow missile to destroy the target. Yeah, I think I could have easily died there. Thankfully, thanks for the extra strength. It gives you a little more room to make mistakes. So they basically beat it, but I do have to wait, you know, a few seconds for extraction. But I have a full tank of gas, so it looks like I should be fine. Oh my gosh. And there's extraction. I got another life, and now we're a lieutenant, so doing well, moving up in the world. Alright, here's mission 12. Oh, I feel like this was a pretty hard one. I think I might have lost a life here too. So release at 3-8. So I think that is that. I thought that was on the bottom right. I guess this is on bottom left. 3-8. Oh wait. Oh, you get released in the middle. Oh yeah, I remember. And then you got these howitzers shooting at you. This is the enemy base up here, and now we got red tickets. You know that take 3 bullets. So we're gonna have to come up here, go to the right, come down, destroy the strategic target, pick up some items. They come back up and go all the way back around to extraction over here. And there's not a lot of gas. There's a hostile aircraft. I guess we're destroying communications. But this one we'll kind of have to zoom through because I remember the gas being a little bit of a pain. So here we are. And there's those howitzers. Those howitzers aren't really an issue. It's the tanks that are coming down that are an issue. So I am destroying these howitzers for the points, but I can't take too much of my sweet time because these tanks are coming. So I want to get away from these tanks. I mean, that red tank takes 3 bullets, but now that I'm past them, I can kind of take my a little bit of my sweet time because you know they're only as fast as I am, so they'll never catch up with me. But so I left one gas for all the way back. And there's that this gas over here, so when I come across, I'm going to pick up that gas and zoom all the way over. So I have enough gas, so I'm like, okay, I'm going to get that gas once I get out of here. Which, you can already tell my gas is going to be kind of close. We got those strategic target, prisoners of war. We're low in gas, but we spaced it out so we have enough gas here. As long as I don't run out, which I barely made it. Then there's one gas down here. So we're going to have to book it. We kind of have our gas spread out. And so I'm kind of taking my time because I don't want to get there too soon. I want to make sure I get far enough to get that gas, but I don't want to get there too soon because I want to have, you know, enough gas to last until extraction. So there we go. We can kind of zoom past to make sure these tanks don't bother me. And now we can get this gas. And now we're sitting pretty good, but we still have that helicopter and we still got a couple gunner stations to get by, you know, so we're not quite there yet. I mean, we got a minute till extraction, just about. These gunner stations are pretty easy to avoid as long as, you know, there's some distance so they're shooting pretty far and you got room to get around them. They're not bad. So before I come up and get this gas, I'm kind of bringing the screen down, seeing if there's anything down here. And there's that aircraft. That's that one thing that could kill me at this point, is that stupid aircraft. Alright, now we can go get that last prisoner of war. That'll be great for extraction. So now I just kind of dodge around until extraction, which is only in 8 seconds, so we'll see if that plane shows up one more time. Doesn't look like it. Barely enough gas. If you are late to extraction, you do get less points. But here we go. Beat the mission, no problem. You know, but we're still a lieutenant.